Y'all went crazy over my dad's then and now post, so I'm gonna give you his origin story. And hold on, because it's a long and bumpy ride. As you can tell from the action shots, he was a certified baller, stamped hooper out in West Chicago. He graduated class of '89 from West Chicago High and then went to like 3 different colleges. First, he went to Mid-State Technical College in Wisconsin. Then in 1991, I was born, and he transferred to DuPage College. He spent about 2 years there and then ended up going to prison. All through prison, he was balling. He was still breaking ankles. He spent about 3 years there. By that time, I had already moved to Florida, so I didn't see my dad for like a good chunk of my early life. But let me tell y'all how good my dad was. He was probably out a week, maybe 2. And then the colleges came knocking. You still playing? What you trying to do? Then he went to St. Joseph's College in Indiana and played there until he re-aggravated an injury of his ACL that he suffered in prison while he was playing. Now that's the overview of the timelines. Here are some details that I found out since that post went crazy. My dad was invited by the Detroit Pistons and the LA Lakers to come play at their camps. He said he didn't go because his mom just didn't have the money. But I think he was a little bit scared too. Now, I hope I don't butcher this. He was investigated by the NCAA, or the coach that recruited him was, because allegedly the coach was giving him extra stuff to maintain a lifestyle, because back then college players couldn't get paid. But now I heard they making coin. And that initially made him lose his scholarship at the 3rd college he was at. He actually had to do a walk-on if he wanted to come back and play. And when he did, that's actually when he got hurt for the last time. And he was just like, I can't. He met my mom in high school, and she also went to West Chicago High. And my mom was a beast of her own, okay? She was captain of her soccer team. She ran track, and she ended up going to play college also. And she was a baddie too. That's how she bagged my pops and my stepdaddy. They was both ballers. After my dad stopped playing, his health declined. He was diagnosed with kidney disease, and he's been on dialysis for well over 15 years. It got so bad that about 5 years ago, I got a call that pretty much said they didn't think he would make it till Christmas. And to be honest with you, at that time, him and I weren't even on speaking terms. But when I heard that, I kind of said, forget all the bullshit, and started to work on that relationship with him. During that time, we talked a lot and we got really close. And then about 2 or 3 years ago, it got to a point where he just needed a little bit more help. It had to been like right after COVID, where things just weren't doing well. So I went and got my dad. Flew up to Chicago, drove back down with him, and he has been living with me ever since. Since being here, we've worked on his diet. He's eating so much better. He's back in the gym, but his goal is to touch the basketball again. He wants to so bad, and I wish I could like see him play. I know it won't be like it was before. I can just see the memories replaying in his head when he talks about playing ball. Aside from wanting to touch the basketball again, he's mentioned wanting to coach and train other basketball players. I will say, in his words, all the comments, well wishes, the compliments, he said, that just warms my heart. So thank you for all of that. I'm gonna make sure he does like some in-depth story times about just some of the things in college. He's played with many NBA stars. He played with somebody who's not as popular right now, but is an icon in Chicago. Let him tell you about the camps he played for, not the Olympics, but the people who are about to go to the Olympics. There's so many different things about his life that I just didn't know. And I'm working on getting the highlights from his high schools and from his colleges so I can share that with y'all. But I'll link him down below so y'all can follow him, because the story times are going to be all about him on his page. Y'all can go support him. And yeah, thanks again.